Ciao and welcome to Let's Cook Italiano. Today we're going to be talking about ingredients that are hard to find outside of Italy and what to replace them with. Hi and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I looked inside myself as an Italian living abroad and I thought, what are the main struggles of someone who moves to a different country from Italy? And one of the first things that came to mind was a number of Italian products or ingredients that I always struggle to find. So today we're going to be looking at 5 Italian products or ingredients that are really hard to find abroad, and we're going to be talking about how to replace them to make traditional Italian recipes. Before we jump into the video, a big shout out to EatVita who's sponsoring today's video. More about them later. Okay, so let's look at the products for today's video. The first product I like to talk about is Escarole, or Scarola in Italian. It's a leafy green from the chicory family, very similar to a lettuce. What makes Scarola different from a lettuce is its texture. It's a very crunchy leafy green, and even when it's cooked, it retains some of that crunchiness. And the second aspect is its bitterness. It's quite a bitter leafy green, especially when it's cooked, but that makes it special. You can cook it with a bit of oil and garlic, some capers and black olives, and it's absolutely delicious as a side to any meat, especially pork. Or you can put it in a covered pizza di Scarola, which is a traditional Neapolitan way of eating this green. Now, because as I said, it's difficult to find, what you can replace it with is some endive. Endive is from the same family of leafy greens and it retains that bitterness and that crunchiness when it's cooked. So it's perfect to replace Scarola in a pizza or as a side. The second product is a very similar one, and it's the curly endive. Curly Scarola is crunchier when it's raw, but when it's cooked, it doesn't retain that same crunchiness that the flat leaf one does. Curly Scarola is the main ingredient on focaccia messinese, a type of focaccia from Sicily, which is really popular and really delicious. This focaccia is made with curly escarole, tomatoes, and a cheese called tuma, which again, it's another difficult product to find, but it can be easily replaced with any cheese that you would like. I haven't found the perfect replacement for a curly escarole, but you can definitely use endive if you want to make focaccia messinese as well. The texture will be a bit different, but the taste will be just as nice. The third product is a cheese called ricotta salata or salty ricotta, and the name says it all. Instead of being quite soft as normal ricotta, this ricotta is a hard cheese and it's perfect to be grated on top of pasta. For example, pasta alla norma, which is a pasta with tomato sauce and fried aubergines, which is typical of Sicily, or some pasta dishes from the region of Puglia, which is in the south of Italy. Ricotta salata is something that I was never able to find in the UK, and so when I make pasta alla norma, which is a dish that I really enjoy, I usually crumble some feta cheese on top as a replacement for ricotta salata, and this is because the texture is quite similar. It's a hard crumbly cheese, but also feta has that same saltiness that ricotta salata does. Something else that I found, which is quite similar although not as salty, is Cypriot ricotta, which again is a harder type of ricotta and it's really nice on pasta dishes. The fourth product is guanciale. Guanciale is an ingredient that I mentioned in my latest video when talking about carbonara, because that's the traditional ingredient in carbonara sauce. Guanciale is a cured meat and it's basically the cheek of the pig. Guanciale has a really nice texture. It's fatty and meaty at the same time. It's very salty and quite peppery, and it's really delicious. But again, it's really hard to find abroad unless you go to a very specialized Italian deli, for example. If you can't find guanciale where you live, you can easily replace it with some pancetta cubes, which are rather easy to find in supermarkets. But if pancetta is not available, you can go ahead and use some bacon lardons, either smoked or unsmoked. That's up to you and your preference. The fifth and final ingredient is perhaps my favorite out of the 5, and we're talking about friarielli or wild broccoli. Friarielli and its variants such as cime di rapa or rapini are very popular in southern Italian cuisine. They're perfect cooked with just a bit of oil, some chili and some garlic, and sauteed in a pan, served with some nice juicy Italian sausages, or on a pizza. My favorite pizza is actually sausage and friarielli. I was never able to find friarielli in the UK, but I found some really good substitutes. The first one is what is called mustard leaves. These leaves are a bit bigger and flatter than friarielli, but they have a very similar texture and a very similar flavor, although they're not as bitter as friarielli. Sometimes when I'm feeling a bit tired and I don't really fancy making pizza from scratch, I just buy some naan breads and cover them with the mustard leaves and sausage and some smoked mozzarella. Put them in the oven and you have a very easy 5-minute pizza that is just delicious. Another replacement for friarielli instead of mustard leaves, you can find turnip tops. Turnip tops are very similar to mustard leaves in terms of texture and flavor, and so they're really good substitutes for friarielli. Again, you can cook them with a bit of oil, garlic and chili in a pan. It just takes about 10 minutes and you have a perfect green side to any meat, especially pork. Throughout this video, I've mentioned ingredients that are hard to find, and I didn't say impossible because thanks to some companies that import those products from Italy, you can now enjoy Italian products even if you live abroad. And today's sponsor, EatVita, does exactly that. EatVita is a company based in London that sources the best Italian products directly from Italian producers and distributes them all over the UK. They offer a wide selection of products, including vegetables, cheese, cured meats, specialist flour, and pasta. They also offer fruit and veg baskets, monthly subscription baskets, mystery boxes, cheese and antipasti platters, and currently have an amazing Christmas hampers range. On their website, you can not only find all the products that I mentioned in this video and many more, but also a great range of delicious recipes. Thank you so much, EatVita, for sponsoring this video. Please do have a look at their website because they have an amazing range of Italian products on there. And if you're based in the UK, you can enjoy a 20% discount by using the code linked in the description box below. I would love to know if you've ever tried any of these products and if they're available where you are. So please do leave a comment letting me know where you are in the world and which products you can find in your country, or if you have any other replacements to recommend. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, I would really love for you to be part of this family. I'll say ciao for now and see you in the next video. Bye!